Guys, what's up? I am here, and yeah, I have my specs on, but it's not a Bible reading. It's not one of my regular videos I usually do. And if you read the title or saw the thumbnail, then you most likely already know what this is. Yes, this is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be part one. I might do a two-parter, or it might just be this one video. But I think I'm gonna make this a two-parter, most likely. But yeah, this is part one of my testimony. Ashante, Josiah, Thomas, and Devale. This is part one of my testimony of coming back to God after being lost for so long, for a very long time. Like I'm just get right into it because hope you all just been doing good. Take care of yourself, just taking care of your friends and family, and just being happy and healthy. And this video, I'm just let this video flow. I'm not gonna like try to rush anything. And if I just like don't, if I just like, I'm gonna just let it flow. Because this might be a lot, guys, and I might get emotional maybe at some points, maybe not. If I do, then just bear with me, stick with me. And yeah, so here we go. Part one of my testimony. I am finally doing this. Here we are. It is 1 second. Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. Here we go. So where do I start? I guess the furthest back I'll go is definitely to when I was in middle school. That's pretty much where it all started. So it was me, my sister. Like it was me and my sister. We were the main ones that my grandma, when she was still here, she would take us to the meeting. I would be in school. I used to live in upstate New York, right? So on the summer vacations, it's usually June, July, and August because it's like a traditional school year over there. But June, July, and August, we would go on summer vacations to my grandma's house. Most of the time, we would at least. And every like the meetings, the Kingdom Hall meetings, were every Thursday and Sunday. So that she was like devoted. She was a devoted Christian. She loved Jehovah. She loved the Word and everything. So she made sure that we went to the meetings with her too, because she didn't play with that. Like she really loved doing that, like going to these meetings and just serving Jehovah with her whole heart. And like looking back at it, I see how dedicated she really was to like living a devoted life to being a full time Christian and loving Jehovah with her whole heart, mind, and soul. And that's what's been inspiring me. That's what's been inspiring me to this very day to actually want to start living for Jehovah too. Like I got inspired by my grandma to actually want to stay on this path and actually start changing for the better. But back to the story. Yeah, on the summer vacations we would go to the Kingdom Hall meetings a lot, and we even went to like I think it was like two conventions. It's like those big meetings they have, and it was like in New York City, and we would meet hundreds and hundreds of other brothers and sisters. It was just a good time. Got to meet all those brothers and sisters. But yeah, so I'm gonna just time jump a little bit. I'm gonna say like to high school, like a few years after middle school was over. High school, ninth and 10th grade. Actually, no, eighth grade. I forgot something, by the way. Eighth grade. That's okay. So sixth and seventh grade. That was like my middle school years, and then eighth grade is like right before I went to high school. And eighth grade that's when something really bad. Well, look, how do I explain it? Like, no, actually, no. Yeah, it was like something like really bad that I wish I never would have stumbled upon. I would have saved myself so much trouble if I hadn't. But I just ended up being a curious kid as I was, and yeah. So I'll just talk about it real quick. This video, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I'm gonna just get right to it. So I was in class, and one day in class in eighth grade, and then it was like the beginning of the school day, right? Whatever, like second period or whatever, third period. And then I have one of my friends, I'm not going to say his name just for privacy reasons. He says, "Hey, Ashanti, come look at this." And he had like a phone. And I was like, okay, what is it? I'm just look, whatever, because I was a kid, I was being curious. And then I looked, and then it's, the PORN stuff. And I was just like, what is this? Because my mind has never seen anything like that. So my innocent mind is already tainted by this vile, disgusting, demonic content, even though it was just like one little glance. But that one little glance, that one little glance planted this seed inside of my head, this negative seed, this thorn in my flesh that became something so terrible later on. And just looking at that, it just started this whole thing, guys. Like this entire just years upon years wasted looking at that content. And then I went home the next day and I looked it up myself just to see, just to be curious again. Just to be curious, sorry. And then that's when I started to just, I was like, wow, look at this. Scroll. It started with like, for me, it started with like pictures and stuff. And then it slowly, gradually increased to like actual like the video, like short clips. And then I actually started watching like whole entire videos and stuff. And that's pretty much from like, I say I started in like maybe 2013 or 14, 2014, all the way to like, I'm going to say 2020, 2021, guys. That was just that whole year of me just being heavily addicted to pornography and the disgustingness of lust, the trap of lust that just it had me. I was in a complete trap. I was in the devil's snare. Like just I was completely drowning in that habit. And the worst part about it was I felt no conviction. I didn't feel no guilt, no shame. I didn't feel no dishonor. I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong because it felt normal. I just, because other people were doing it too. My friend, he showed me it. He was like, hey, look at this. And I was like, he was watching it. So it seems like it's a normal thing to do. And I just kept mindlessly doing it all the time. And that was like, in the beginning years, like when I was first starting to watch it. And then obviously it gradually got worse, worse, and worse. And then I just ended up practically just doing it every single day from that point forward. Almost like a year after I started looking it up, I pretty much started to do it like either every other day or every day, and it was just horrible, guys. And that was like by that point, like when I was just watching it all the time, and I was still in New York. That's when I had pretty much I stopped praying to God, to Jehovah God. I didn't read my Bible anymore, and we stopped going to my grandma's house for summer vacations because we were just like it was kind of just getting like more difficult to travel to her house. We would still visit her every now and then for like 2 weeks or so, but we didn't even go to the meetings anymore. I was already in high school, and we were visiting her for like 2 or 3 weeks. We weren't doing like a whole 3 months over there, so we really didn't. I just kind of lost my interest in the word and into Jehovah, and I was just drowning in a whole bunch of despair, and the it was bad, guys. Like I know a lot of people struggle with this too. Like it felt like looking back at it, like the extremeness that I like just remembering how bad it was, like how addicted I was. Like I'm thinking back right now, like I literally felt like I had no self control. Like I had like literally no self control, guys. Like I was being I was like a monkey to it, just monkey see, monkey do, just constantly over and over and over. And then watching the PORN led to me just wasting my time and energy on that stuff when I could have been focusing my energy on a whole bunch of other things. And it just caused me to also just get involved in a lot of other bad stuff, like just wasting my time on like mindless content a lot more. And honestly, guys, I'm just like I'm not saying like I'm perfect. Obviously, none of us are perfect. We are imperfect beings, and I'm still like working on myself because this whole thing is a road to recovery. Coming back to God, to Jehovah God, and trying to fix yourself and trying to love yourself more and love yourself deeper and love Him deeper, especially. This is a whole recovery process. It can't happen overnight. And I feel like I've gotten to this point in my life where, and today, honestly, I was just like, you know what? Enough playing around. It's time to post this testimony, and I just want to let you guys know that like how I'm feeling, like, cause Jehovah he saved me from being like completely drowning in that darkness, in that dark deep pit, that pit of absolute despair. And looking back on it now, I realize that he really was with me the whole time, and he was ready to pull me out. He was just waiting for an appointed time to actually like bring me back to the light. And I'm just happy that I've gotten to this point in my life where I'm actually able to like have more self control and realize like I'm taking like actual serious actions for the things that I'm doing. And I'm still messing up sometimes every now and then, but at least I'm just glad that I'm actually aware of like what I have been doing this entire time in the past and even now. Even though we're not supposed to really just dwell on the past, you know, Isaiah 43:18, Isaiah 43:18, do not dwell on the past, the former things. But yeah, like I'm just aware of like what I was doing. I shouldn't be doing that anymore. So I'm glad I'm starting to take the actionable steps to actually get closer to him. And I cannot have done this alone without his help. Without Jehovah's help, I would have most likely still been watching that stuff daily, constantly, wasting my energy on just constant social media scrolling and constant just PORN watching and just always just indulging my flesh constantly over and over. But yeah, it's just like it was just really bad, guys. Like you probably do understand actually, because most of you probably have some other type of addiction in your life, or maybe it is a lust addiction too. Like the main thing for me, it was definitely lust. Like lust had a huge control over my life. It was like, see this chain right here? It was like just a chain, just constantly, just I couldn't break it. It was like I trying to break it on my own, but like it could just never break. But then Jehovah, he like he pulled me out of that dark pit and helped me to see the light and to see that that is not the way to be living my life. Just to be indulging my flesh and all these fleshly worldly things. And this is why I've really been trying my absolute best to get right with him. And I know I already said it, we're not perfect. We are going to make mistakes. It's gonna happen, but we have to this is what the whole journey is about, you know? It's about like actually just doing your best to get right with him, actually just to learn to trust him more and to love him deeper. And that's what my grandmother told me. She taught me all these things about like how to love him and like she was showing me all these things when I was a kid. But I was honestly just I was a kid back then, so obviously I really wasn't taking it as serious as I do now. And I realized that she was really trying to help me to live a holy lifestyle and to be able to love Jehovah just like how she loved him so much. And yeah, and then it was just like it took a lot, guys, for me to actually start to realize that I had to change for the better. And Jehovah, he kind of just like put that thought in my head. It was like, it's time to change. Let's go. We're doing this. You're not staying in this pit no more. It's over. And then yeah, so I'm just glad that I'm starting to get to a better, healthier mindset, and I'm actually starting to take actions for the things that I do. And when I do fall, I'm able to get back up. I don't just sit in that shame and guilt. I'm able to get closer to him. This is what it's all about, you know, like just drawing closer to him. And we can't give up, no matter what. We just got to keep going, you know. And I think I'm gonna end it here now, and I'll just talk a little bit more into detail in part two, because also my phone doesn't have that much storage, and it sucks. I have to buy another phone, and I'll just in the part two, I'll just pretty much talk about like I'll go more into detail about like how I started to get back closer with Jehovah and how I actually started to like fully start to come back to like how I am now, like making these videos for you guys and like just praying daily and reading my word on that. I'll get more into detail about it in part two. So yeah, I'm in here now, but I love you all. Take care of your friends, your family, your loved ones, your pets, your mother, your brother, your sister, and I hope you've really been doing good. If not, I'll keep praying for you no matter what. I will not give up on praying for you guys because I sincerely care and adore you guys, and I want the best for you guys. And I don't want you to give up on yourselves because Jehovah won't give up on you. Jesus won't give up on you. Heaven and the angels won't give up on you. They're cheering for you daily. They love you. They want the best for you, and they will not give up on you. And they do not want you. They do not want you to give up on yourself. So do not give up on yourself. But yeah, as always, less stress. Stay blessed. See you in part two of my testimony. Bye bye.